M assaults me for kicking her out of the store. Apologies if something doesn't make sense and if words are missing. I'm typing this at work and kept getting interrupted. No. Let me start off with I am still pissed over this situation. It's been about 3 hours and I seriously cannot begin to explain what the actual fuck happened. Like it was a blur, but I'll try my best. Now, no one was seriously injured. I do have a few cuts and scrapes on my arms, but I am fine other than that. As stated before, in a story about a week or two ago I posted about Karen and lemon fucking Oreos. I work in a grocery store. There is never a dull moment here. Now, the manager rolled in at 6 a.m., me rolling in around 6:30 along with about 6 other employees. Okay, so since there are people in this building, the doors have to be unlocked in case of some type of emergency. Well, my roommate drove me to work today, since I'm on the way to his work, and I noticed a car pulling into one of the parking spots closest to the store. I didn't think anything of it since usually the Coca-Cola rep comes in on Thursdays to check her shit. No, was I wrong? I was putting the newspapers on the stand when this lady forces the doors open, allowing herself into the store 20 minutes before we open and never closes the doors. And I stared at her as she grabbed a cart and proceeded to walk past with a smile. Now, I'm not the jolliest of people in the morning, so I probably came off as a real bitchy person when I confronted her. Me, ma'am, you can't be in here. Why not? You're in here. You must be open. Me, no, we aren't. We do not open until 7. The hours are stated on the door. Huffing, well, I'll be done by the time you open. I off to get my kids lunch for today and tomorrow. Me, I understand and I'm sorry, but you have to leave. We will be open. No, that's not going to work. I'm already in the store. Why are the doors even unlocked if you aren't open? My manager is off somewhere but got tipped off and is watching this whole ordeal. Thank the Lord BC, this lady went from 0 to 100 in a split second. Me, ma'am, I need you to leave. If you would like, I can call my manager to escort you out. I am not leaving. My kids are in the car and need their lunches. It's the middle of winter, at 6:45 in the morning. It was around 18 to 20 F with no sun, so it was too cold for these kids to be left alone without a heater. Me, I'm sorry, but you need to. We are not open. This lady snapped. She pushed this little cart that had some fruit in it at me. Runs my foot over, slammed it into my gut, then came at me. She had some sharp AF stiletto nails that scratched at my arms and managed to give me a few cuts. The produce manager managed to grab her and hold her back as the manager came over towards us. He said something about she was not allowed back or in our store again, but over her screaming, I couldn't hear. Like she threatened to call the cops for a few things, but the only one I really heard was harassing a customer who was just trying to shop. My manager said how we had footage of her attacking me, forcing the doors open before the store opened and leaving them open so anyone could walk in. As M was getting into her car, she kept going on about how we shouldn't have the doors unlocked if the store isn't opened. I guess the manager called her a fucking idiot and explained, with very choice words, that would she rather have 10-ish employees die in a fire because the doors weren't opened or have 10-ish people live. The manager told me as she was leaving, he noticed 2 or 3 kids in the car, all under the age of 10-12 in this locked car, and to no surprise it wasn't even running with a heater. So yeah. This is how my morning went, and I just wanna go home and sob, but I have to work my full shift and then some extra hours. BCYTF not. I'm surprised your manager didn't send you home after you got assaulted at your workplace. I'm kind of disappointed in him for this. Most places would to avoid an HR nightmare. No one to call in to cover my shift without being short-handed today, LOL. My work is a mess in general, and I'm surprised my manager even stood up for me and helped me. He avoids all types of confrontation and never usually sides with me. Doesn't sound like he deserves the save. Maybe a good opportunity to call corporate, get compensation for the assault/mishandling of the scenario, and look for a new job all in one fell swoop. You might be able to get a severance package that lets you get paid while you search for a new job. I don't know. If you really hate your job, maybe consult our/legal advice and see if they recommend reaching out to a lawyer to handle it. OFC, if I liked my boss and wanted to stay, I'd do none of this, as it's kind of extreme for a few scratches, but potentially with grounds nonetheless. Why were the police not called? Mainly because by the time they would have gotten there, she was gone. My manager is hoping we got a good picture of her. I just feel like there isn't much we can do, but it's just me probably still being in shock from what happened. LOL. I couldn't focus today, it was hard.